Chinoypreneur shares the advocacy of helping, educating, and promoting entrepreneurship to the youth with many others. But one lone man stands out from the rest. He is the Chief Marketing Strategist of Mansmith and Fielders Incorporated, a successful Chinoypreneur himself. The marketing guru of the Philippines has now returned to preside at Chinoypreneur 2012. Mr. Josiah for today's Chinoy Profile.
The Chinoypreneur experience is a privilege because not everybody can be allowed to train the future leaders of the Philippines. And whether they be high school or college, it's always nice to be able to share information and to be able to help evaluate the work of brilliant students and help them evaluate, give them feedback. And I think it's also important because this is going to be televised that we have a broader scope for Chinoypreneur. And my wish is that it becomes institutionalized so that we can really help those people who are not in the audience but they're in, the televiewers can also see and learn. The difference between Chinoypreneur, the second batch and the first batch is that the college students are more mature because they have more years of experience. And you are not as fearful as the high school student because I've always believed that to be able to come up with a plan, you don't want to be a swivel chair practitioner, that everything, you get inspired by sitting down. You've got to go out and talk to customers, talk to people to get insight, no? And I think it's a lot better to have college students because they're mature enough, they can take care of themselves. Going back to the fundamentals is extremely important. Marketing is not about coming up with something so fancy and so bongga, and therefore it is important to really understand what are the business issues and to really look at how do we focus on what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is to always look at the value proposition and vis-a-vis the marketing strategy. If the value proposition, the product, the price, for example, is incorrect, then marketing strategy will end up being more hardworking. One of the things that I really want to see is really insight. And insight is simply a new truth. No? If you want to recommend a new marketing strategy or an improved version of their existing strategy, you don't want to have a cut and paste. Everything is just an incremental change. You need insight or new truth. That is, I think, something that I'd like to see improvement among the participants, and I hope they deliver in that aspect. About my Twitter tips under @Josiah, it's a public service. Now there are over 2,000 tips, and a lot of them are lessons of the day. When I meet people and there are lessons, I tweet about it. Sometimes it's my reflection of the day. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, it's already there. I just have to bring it out and just put it in writing. And I like it because there are so many people who are retweeting it, and for them it has different meaning, and they try to customize it to their own situation, which is good, because sometimes they're about to make a wrong decision and they read the tweet and then they say, oops, teka muna, let's try to review this. Or maybe they're afraid, and then they get more courageous after reading my short tweets. Before looking at marketing strategy, they need to look at themselves first. What are their goals and aspirations? Because everything has to be aligned with a personal plan. You can know how to do a business plan, you know how to do a marketing, but what's in it for you? You're brilliant, you can put it in writing, but it may not mean anything. So, start with yourself. When you look at your attitude, I'd like to believe that a curious mind is always more superior than an intelligent mind. Always start with your value proposition in marketing. Review your value proposition. How do you create value to your consumer? Always talk to the consumers because consumer behavior may change, their priority may change. I think the fifth one that I'd like to share is the importance of social media. In this day and age, you've got to be relevant in terms of where the customers are and how are they communicating. Well, if you have marketing questions or questions related to execution or innovation, you can tweet me. I'd be very glad to take a look at how I can help you. My Twitter account is @Josiah. And then I'd like to invite all of you to watch Chinoypreneur Business Plan Competition. And please support this fantastic show. It's a competition among brilliant students in the collegiate level.